Hello Sagittarius, how are you feeling today? I welcome you to this tarot reading. I hope you're doing well right now, and I also hope that through this reading, you'll find the answers you've been looking for from the universe. As a Sagittarius, you often search for truth and direction, guided by your intuition and the fire within you. Today, we'll go straight into your reading, so let's take a moment and connect with your tarot cards. As always, we're going to look at all your energies. Let's explore your present, your future, and also the energy of the person who is thinking about you deeply at this moment. And let's reveal all the good things and blessings that are coming directly into your life. So now, connecting with your energy, we begin. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the King of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and also the Two of Cups. I feel that absolutely everything in your life is about to change, and I feel that the cause of this change will have a name and a last name. At this moment, I sense that you truly want a change. You're bored. You're tired of monotony. You're tired of a person or a job. And now, something is going to appear in your life that will completely capture your attention. I feel your love life is about to change forever, because your relationship, just as it is right now, is going to improve significantly, especially if you're currently in a serious and committed relationship with a Cancer or a Pisces. However, if you're currently searching for someone new, the universe has already prepared a person for you who will connect deeply with you. This person will fill your life with joy. I'm not saying that your life lacks happiness right now. On the contrary, you are already filled with expansion and joy. And another person is entering your life, also full of happiness, and together, the two of you will be the perfect match. With the King of Swords, I feel that you are a wise and intelligent person. You're not going to repeat the mistakes of the past. This card means that you now have the tools and the defenses to protect yourself from selfish, proud, or narcissistic people. Personally, I feel the energy of the King of Swords means that you no longer need to fight with anyone, and you don't need to prove anything to anyone. However, if someone comes into your life trying to cross your boundaries, the King of Swords tells me that you will not be afraid to defend your happiness or your heart. With the Knight of Pentacles, I feel you're moving steadily towards stability. Possibly, changes are coming in your career. The Knight of Pentacles does not represent sudden or chaotic changes. Quite the opposite. I feel that at this moment, you have a plan, and you are growing step by step, without delays. So for example, if you have a business, it might be growing by 1 or 2% per month. We're talking about steady growth, which means long-term success is 100% guaranteed. Your reading also tells me that you will start receiving passive income. I feel the energy of interest, the energy of dividends. And if you're currently employed, an improvement in your salary is coming. Maybe it's not the biggest raise of your life, but it might be an increase of 3%, 5%, or 10%. That will help your finances a lot, not only because you'll be able to save more money, but also because I feel you will be able to pay off some debts from your past. The Knight of Pentacles could also represent a person who is financially abundant. I feel someone is going to help you, if that's what you need right now. You may be able to refinance a loan with the bank, or a relative might help you pay off part of a payment. With the Two of Cups, your reading says the universe wants you to know you will not be alone. There are people who love you, support you, and will stand by your side. These two cards speak of consistency, and also of deep loyalty. I feel you are with someone very faithful who will support you, either financially or emotionally. But overall, I feel this reading is about new opportunities, and especially about love. I feel you will rediscover love, whether that is self-love, love for life, or love for another person. In general, I also feel strong foundations, responsibility, and inner strength from you. So now, let's clarify what this reading is truly about. I feel curious, because the universe has something big prepared for you. I truly feel that you deserve something very, very big. I don't know if it's a fortune, or the love of your life, or maybe just the peace of mind you're seeking right now. But let's ask the tarot what exactly is coming into your life. It's going to leave you completely amazed. You have the Eight of Swords. I feel that you're going to leave behind a reality that was limiting you. Possibly, at this moment, you're ending a karmic relationship, or you're distancing yourself from someone who truly hurt your heart and drained your energy. However, the Eight of Swords represents the moment when you take the blindfold off and finally see things clearly. Maybe that blindfold you had over your eyes, or over your energetic field, was tied to someone who was blocking your path. But once you step away from the source of distortion or manipulation, you'll begin to see life clearly, and you'll gain a lot of mental clarity. This will happen suddenly. It's like a message from God. It feels like a prophecy. It's something you'll feel in the coming days. One morning, you'll wake up and say, I finally freed myself from this karma of the past, and now I'm going to be a completely happy person. So let's look a little further at what's coming after this shift in energy. You have the Knight of Swords. In this case, the Knight of Swords represents someone who doesn't want to let you go, or someone who's trying to block your progress, especially if we're talking about an Aquarius, or possibly a Gemini. This person may be manipulating you, either indirectly or in a more aggressive way. They might be undermining your self-esteem. In any case, I feel that this situation will become a thing of the past, because you will no longer allow anyone to make you feel small, or make you feel like you're not worthy. Let's clarify this further. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Your life is about to begin changing. Some people will be left behind. Some will stay in your past. And new energies, completely unexpected, will start to enter your life. Let's ask the tarot what this Wheel of Fortune is really about, because I feel that you're moving forward. And when you move forward, you begin to explore new spaces. You start to connect with different people. So let's look at what this big shift will bring you. Will it bring you a new romantic connection, a new job, or simply peace, just like I mentioned earlier? You have the Eight of Pentacles. Possibly, you're going to focus on what you want to grow, or what you want to manifest right now. Since we're talking about pentacles, this brings a significant change in your work. I feel that you're going to be working more, but it's not that someone will force you to. It's because you'll feel more motivated and inspired to work. Maybe you'll keep the job you already have, but you'll find new ways to enjoy it. However, I also sense that for some people, a new job might be coming. One that's more social, or more pleasant. Maybe you're already tired of your current job, and you're going to start considering other options. The Eight of Pentacles is also quite interesting, because it often shows up for people who are artisans or craftspeople. It represents those who create things with their hands, like bracelets, necklaces, handmade crafts, or even art pieces like paintings, ceramics, or porcelain. I don't know if you'll be doing this as a hobby, or if you'll take your hobby and turn it into something more. Maybe you'll grow it and eventually turn it into a business. Either way, some very interesting changes are showing up in your financial area, because you're stepping into your power, and you're going to be earning more money. You also have the Knight of Wands. I feel that something or someone is watching you from a distance and wants to come closer. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands, because this might be a love offer. What I can tell you is that it's coming in strongly and powerfully. It could be a job proposal, but in this case, I'm sensing that a fire sign is completely captivated by you. This person finds you fascinating. They can't stay still when they see you. I'm being told to mention Aries and Sagittarius, if that resonates with you. I'm also being told to mention the letters M, F, I, and E. You also have the Four of Wands. Clearly, your reading is pointing to someone who wants to take the relationship you have with them to the next level. Maybe you're not fully aware of what your special person is thinking or feeling, but the Four of Wands clearly shows that their intention is to be with you for a long time, or even forever, if that's what you want. This person's expectations are about building a family, staying by your side, buying a house. This card speaks of deep security. And security in this case could mean different things. For some of you, it could mean buying a house, settling down, furnishing it, and staying there, living happily ever after. However, let's not forget that we're talking about a lot of fire here. And fire always represents action, movement, and change. So maybe, for both of you, the idea of security is something else entirely. Maybe it means traveling the world together, owning nothing fixed, spending your time exploring, discovering new places, and experiencing new cultures, always together. Whatever the case, what's coming into your life is a proposal that someone has been thinking about for a long time. And right now, you're inspiring this person with the confidence to finally make it real and help it grow. That's why this person is thinking things through right now, but they won't be able to resist the urge to tell you everything they feel. Continuing with your reading, you have the Two of Swords. This card could represent a separation or a block. Obviously, no relationship is perfect. This card sometimes represents a kind of emotional paralysis, or a feeling that you can't really understand what your person is thinking. But that's completely natural. You have your own world, your own feelings, and your own inner space, and so does the other person. I feel the Two of Swords can sometimes be tricky to interpret, but today it's giving you a simple piece of advice. It's telling you that it's time to accept your person's differences, to be a little more patient, to let things unfold naturally. Maybe you're picking up on a signal. Maybe your person is becoming a little distant. But maybe, your special person just enjoys solitude, like spending time alone. So please, the Two of Swords is asking you not to create a storm in a glass of water. And I'm not trying to minimize your issues or the challenges between you and your person, but some situations are small, and time will carry them away like the wind. Alright, let's continue with your reading. You have the Ace of Swords. I told you, after a block, comes a conversation. After a misunderstanding, someone tells you their full truth. It's not that this person was lying to you. It's just that there's a time for everything. Possibly, someone was stressed because of a debt, because your special person had something to pay and didn't have the money. The Ace of Swords represents that moment when you finally see the truth. You realize that what seemed negative may now become an opportunity to support your special person. Look again at the Two of Swords. It does mean that maybe your person struggles to express their feelings, which can create a block, and that block can affect you as a side effect. Still, I feel there will be communication and honesty. So really, there's nothing to worry about right now. You also have the Moon. This card is clearly telling you there is a time for everything. You cannot force the stars to move faster. You cannot force the moon to shift quicker, or the sun to rise earlier. Everything moves in divine order. Everything is part of a symphony. Sometimes that symphony flows calmly. Other times, it builds with intensity. The moon is reminding you, this is a time to be patient, to be understanding, to be sensitive, and especially to look inward for answers. Alright, let's continue your reading and see what other messages the tarot has for you. You have the Five of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and one more card, Strength. I feel the word that will define your coming days is strength. Inner strength, resilience, vitality, and endurance. This combination of cards is not negative. I feel that right now, you're focused on creating and manifesting the life of your dreams. Sometimes it's hard to achieve everything you desire, because manifesting is not always easy. Here, strength is telling you to keep going. The universe will give you a break. You might be taking a few days off. Don't be afraid to rest. The Ten of Wands refers to people who are always working. People who are addicted to being productive, always needing to do more. Sometimes, those people forget to listen to their own body. Your body might be telling you, we need more sleep, we need to eat better. For some reason, this message is asking you to listen to your body, your spirit, your soul, and everything that comes from within. You are a warrior, but sometimes you push yourself too hard, or feel like you must fix everything all at once. Your reading is saying it's time to delegate. It's time to organize your life more intentionally. There is no value in sacrificing your health for success. There is no benefit in giving up your mental balance for the sake of love, money, or any goal. Once again, your reading tells you to take a breath. You also have the Hanged Man. Just as I was saying. The Hanged Man can mean two things. Either the universe puts you on pause because you weren't listening to the signs it was sending, or you willingly take a pause to rest. Your reading is inviting you, in many ways, to pause, to take things more slowly. And sometimes, whether you believe it or not, there are problems and challenges that resolve themselves when you let go, when you allow the universe to take control. So, this is your tarot reading for today. Definitely. Thank you very much for being here with me, uncovering all these secrets, all these mysteries from the tarot. For now, we're closing your reading. And as always, if you enjoy these readings, feel free to click that like button. And you can also click the subscribe button for this channel. We're now ending your video. I hope you have an excellent day, full of success, full of blessings. And without a doubt, as always, we'll see each other again in your next reading.